Ferrari Race Car in VR. Hello there everyone, and welcome to a special Ferrari race at OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. We're driving a 2017 Ferrari 812 Superfast car. We're driving it in a Ferrari Circuit Challenge, and we're at the Deep Forest Raceway track. We're doing 6 laps. We started with a rolling start, and we're one of 16 cars. Now, these laps, not too short, but not that long either, so they're gonna go by quick. But we have time. The cars are all spread out across the track. Number one car is quite a ways ahead of us, so whether we're gonna be able to catch him and or pass him is up in the air. But that doesn't mean we're not going to do our best. Remember this corner we're going through right now. If you go and hit that corner too fast, or you throttle up as you're coming out of that corner too fast, you're going to spin out. Got to be aware of that. Got to be careful. This race, about the only strategy and tactic that you can use with it is you go as fast as you can, obviously. But you have to respect the corners. You've got to throttle down in the corners and not speed up until you're fully out of it. Any extra power before that and you're gonna spin out, because this car is powerful and very, very fast. So we're coming up to the finish of the first lap. So yeah, that was pretty quick, you know, but we've also passed a few cars already too. So we're moving our way up to the head of the pack. Here we're coming around that spin out corner again that was a different spin out corner. That one likes to get you too. Now this car, if you respect the corners of the track, just glides around the corners and sticks to the track like you wouldn't believe. It's an awesome vehicle to drive. It looks great on the inside. The instrument panel, the dash, everything looks fantastic. But you got to remember, like I said, you got to respect the track. So when you're going through these little back and forths, there's not really any place to pass except for here, a little bit more room, and the car slows down for you, so he gives you an opportunity to pass. Here's that spin out corner I was talking about. Yeah, took that pretty nice this time, but we're not done yet. Now, we keep going, catching up to the next guy, and like I said, it's a wonderful car to drive. Beautiful race, graphics are great, the gameplay is fantastic. But then we expect nothing less. So while we're ripping around the track, trying to catch up to the next one, being aware of the corners, we're just loving it. It's just a fantastic race to run. We're coming up to finish of only a second lap. So we're still quite a ways away from the finish line of the race itself. But look at this guy. He can rip up to 250, 300 kilometers an hour. And then you got to slow her back down to about 80 for the corner and just kind of glide through it. It's a beautiful car to drive in VR. I've never driven one in real life, so this is as close as I'm ever going to come, I would have to believe. And it is enjoyable. Now, one thing I've been mentioning off and on is when you're racing and you go through these back and forths a little bit slower, and you try to take care in driving a nice clean race, and while you're doing that, you end up forgetting about the cars behind you sometimes. And every once in a while, you get a car that comes up behind you and that screams by you, and you go, whoa, where did he come from? But he was there all along. I just tend to not look behind me for some reason. I don't know why that is. So let's keep an eye on that during this race here. We're coming up to the end of the third lap now. You go around the corner here, and then you go down that hill and back up, and that's the third lap. Now all the cars that are driving in this race are all Ferraris. They're all they're not all the same year. Some are a little bit older and might not be as powerful as the one that I'm driving myself. But they're all different Ferraris. It's a Ferrari Circuit Challenge. Okay, so here we are. This is our finish of our third lap. I believe 3 more to go. So when you try to take these guys on the outside, the newer, faster Ferraris, you're not going to be able to get them. You gotta wait for your opportune moment. Oh, and not leave any room on the inside corner for somebody to come and pass you. Because that guy, like I was saying, I never paid any attention, and all of a sudden, boom, he was there. We passed him earlier, and I guess he didn't like that, so he wanted to get us back. That's all right, part of the race, We're going to keep behind them and keep with them. We're not going to let these two go, because we want to get by them ourselves. Maybe around this corner up here, we can take them both at the same time. And that was my thought process. And I gave it a little bit too much throttle there, and I spun in the corner. I lost one. I got the other one. I recouped, but I lost the one that snuck by me earlier on, and now he's a little ways ahead of me. So he's going to be a battler, I see. But we're not going to let him go just yet, because we're not quite finished with him. We're going to catch up to him here, and we're going to push it. Although he seems to be pushing us, I think, So we got to get by that white one, and he's blocking us in while the yellow one is getting away on us, which is always a chance that you got to take. I mean, you can't. Anyhow, we're catching up. We're getting by the white one, and now we're going to catch up to the yellow one again. And we're going to continue to battle into our 5th lap and see if we can catch up to this yellow one and get by him. Because as long as he's in front of us, we know we're not number 1. We are number 2 at best. And I believe there's a couple more in front of him that we got to get by to win the race. So that's okay. We're going to glide through these corners, back and forth, suck up a little bit closer behind him with the tailwind behind us. It's going to push us right by him in a second, because we're not going to give up. Oh, there's another one. You see, and a couple more in front of that. Wow. So we got at least 4 more to pass, I see. Well, we can't wait around for it, so we better get moving. Drop that pedal to the floor and let's get by him. You're not going to pass him on the outside through the tunnel here. But this tunnel is straight. So here we go. Look at that. Now we got 2 of them in the same shot, which is excellent, because we're going to catch him on the corner here. We're going to cut the corner short, and we're going to, here we go. There we go. Now we got him. So now we're down to what I believe might be the last 2 or 3 cars that are still in front of us, with 1 lap left to go. This has been definitely one of my favorite races, and I know I keep saying that, but I always seem to get another race I really, really like, and this one was very enjoyable. I mean, the car responds so well, and as long as you respect the track and drive the way you're supposed to, because I don't like the erratic driving, you're going to catch up to these guys. And then when you have the opportunity, we'll get by them, So very, very enjoyable race. Lots of battling back and forth, which is always fun. Never get enough of that. And hopefully we end up at the front of the pack, winning the race. So I think we got to get by these 2. And I think there's 1 more after that we got to catch up to, but we can't see it. And we better get moving, because track is coming to an end. When it comes to an end, we're going to see the finish line and that checkered flag. But we're getting close. There's going to be a surprise ending on this race. There he is, right at the end there, already gone around the corner. This was a lot of fun, this race, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, give us a thumbs up. wait for the surprise ending. You've been racing with the Opefect.